All right, thank you very much again for hanging out with us on this live stream coming to you from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry as the Penguins wrap up their development camp with this 3-on-3 tournament. The two semifinals are in the books, and now we're going to see which team will claim the Michel Briere Cup as the 3-on-3 tournament champion. We got Michel Crechiol of Penn's Inside Scoop. I'm Josh Getzoff. Michel, pretty entertaining games all around. We saw Team Jagr take a 4-2 victory over Team Crosby. And on the opposite rink, the game we did not see seemed like it was pretty entertaining as Team Lemieux with a 6-5 shootout win to get to the championship.
It's right down to the wire. Lots of excitement over there, but I think just lots of excitement in general, Josh, that we have some hockey, some game action going on. So, and the prospects are not disappointing. They're playing with compete. They're really showing what they can do out there, and I think that's all you can ask for at this time of year, and they're really producing some exciting results here so far.
So our championship matchup will be Team Jagr against Team Lemieux. Let's take a look at the team that we did not see on this sheet of ice for the first round of semifinals. That's Team Lemieux. The head coach, a friend of Mario Lemieux's, Kevin Stevens, Penguins scout, of course, now as we begin on the blue line with a draft pick, Michel Santeri-Arola.
And I know that head European scout director of amateur scouting, that was his former title. He said they were very excited he was still available in the 7th round, that he's a late bloomer, but he's skilled, a really good skater, and they were very happy to get him where they did. As
we move up on the forwards, Brandon Briere, a guy coming into camp and trying to make a name for himself here in the Penguins organization, and another draft pick up front, Liam Gorman.
He was a 6th round draft pick in 2018, and the Pens really liked his size and speed. They said he's more of a long-term project, so he just finished his high school career at St. Sebastian's, and he's going to Princeton in the fall.
Smart man. As we move forward on another forward, we have Brandon Hawkins coming into camp, the oldest man in camp. He has that distinction at 25, so one of the few that can enjoy an adult beverage, but also looking to make his impact felt here in Cranberry, and a guy that definitely has made his name known in Penguin circles as we move to a defenseman, Zach Lauzon.
Yeah, he's somebody that's had a rough time since he was drafted by the Penguins in the 2nd round back in 2017. He missed all of last season with concussion, lingering symptoms from that, also had a broken foot, just a lot going on with him, and it ultimately ended in the Penguins deciding not to sign him, but they did bring him back for camp and have been supportive of him the entire time. So he's going to be attending the University of New Brunswick in the fall, and as of right now, he's just taking it day by day, just trying to get back to the form he was at that made the Penguins want to draft him in the first place. So we definitely wish him the best and looking forward to watching him here.
Here. And so he's a defenseman playing in Canadian universities. Back in the American universities, we have Cam Lee coming our way from Western Michigan, a defenseman on Team Lemieux. And up front, another Penguin draft pick, and this is a name to remember, Nathan Laguerre.
Josh, I have to say, out of all of the prospects here today, I think I'm most excited to watch him. From the first day of camp, his shot just stood out immediately, the way he was scoring goals. He had 45 last year with Baie-Comeau, so I think he's definitely somebody I'm excited to watch, and I think Pens fans should really be excited about as well.
3rd round pick for the Penguins, 74th overall in last week's NHL draft. Moving along on Team Lemieux, no, that's not a typo. Matt Murray, the goaltender for Team Lemieux, of course, the one we know is 3 inches taller and maybe a little bit more slender and wears 1 number less, but Matt Murray wearing number 31 tending net for Team Lemieux.
It has been fun to watch fans coming here all week for camp do a double take when they see a goaltender wearing Murray in net. But yeah, it's not that Matt Murray, not the one that won 2 cups. This one would love to do the same thing. He got invited here, had other invitations, but decided to come to Pittsburgh, and having the same name as the other Matt Murray is just an added bonus.
We'll see if he can have the same kind of result in that, winning a championship. Let's move back on the blue line. Antti Puljujärvi, another Penguin draft pick in the lineup for Team Lemieux.
Yeah, he was a 6th round draft pick in 2017. Another long-term project, needs to add some size, but he's a great puck-moving defenseman, which you can never have enough of, Josh.
Rounding out Team Lemieux is forward Josh Williams, who aside from having a great first name, maybe will have a goal or two here in the championship. Let's move along now to Team Jagr, who is in the championship. Head coach, of course, Brett Larson. And we didn't introduce you to this full team last game, so here's a look at him. Ronnie Allen, a defenseman, starts us off. One of the goal scorers, of course, for Team Jagr, Michael Kim, the man who scored the game-winning goal. He's a blue liner for Team Jagr. And up front, we have Renars Krastenbergs, a guy who played for Wheeling heavily last season. And then, of course, in goal, someone that we had an opportunity to watch dazzle last game, that being Emil Larmi.
Yeah, we were really impressed, Josh, with just the the aggressive way he was playing in net and just the confidence he was showing. He was playing pucks, making passes, setting his teammates up with the puck and letting them go the other way. And it's really fun to see a goaltender compete that way and really kind of show that confidence and that aggression. So especially, at a young age in this kind of situation. So I think we really like what we saw from him.
We mentioned Michael Kim scoring last game. Jake Lucchini also did. And that's a look at him right there. A guy from Michigan Tech, played with Wilkes-Barre Scranton. We'll get another look at him. We also get another look at Clayton Phillips, a defenseman and a former Penguin draft pick as well.
Yeah, he's somebody who I think he's another one of those puck-moving defensemen you can't get enough of, but he definitely stood out in the last game with the way he was moving the puck and jumping into the play. Definitely a lot of fun to watch. And
then we have Sam Poulet, the forward, of course, drafted out of Sherbrooke, the 21st overall pick, and Michel, a guy that I think he's enjoying the bright lights and the big crowd here in Cranberry.
Yeah, we saw him making a couple fancy plays there and really just going for it. So it's something you love to see it. I mean, he's definitely not afraid to make plays and try to leave his mark out there and really kind of drive the play out there. So I think, something where he's got an NHL-ready body, at 6'1", 212. He's definitely a mature player with a complete game. He's still got a ways to go, but I think right now, Josh, we're seeing flashes of what he's capable of, and it's really exciting to see.
Moving on to the blue line, we have Liam Ross, the defenseman for Team Jagr. Ross, of course, coming here from Sudbury of the the Ontario Hockey League, excuse me. And then back up at front, we have Jared Spooner. And, of course, the goal scorer ×2 last game, Bobby Trevino.
Yeah, really impressed with what we saw from him. He's definitely not a big guy by any means, but he really, to make up for it, plays hard, plays fast, and has some skill, which we saw on his first goal, I believe. And so it's great. He played last season with UMass Amherst, and they went all the way to the NCAA championship game. So he's got some experience playing in big games, and really saw some good flashes from him there in the last game.
Team Lemieux will be wearing black, Team Jagr in gold, and you're looking at the goaltender for Team Lemieux, and it's a change from what we had. That is Alex Diorio in goal for Team Lemieux. Of course, a guy the Penguins have already signed. Why not try to get him as much exposure as you possibly can? So Matt Murray is on the bench for Team Lemieux. We'll see if he does appear and make it an interesting situation here for the prospect. I can't say we didn't want it to happen, let's be honest.
We wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
We really did. I was so looking forward to hearing you say Matt Murray makes the save, and it would have been great, but maybe it'll happen. Time will tell.
We'll see if Kevin Stevens has the same approach that we saw last game from the head coach of Team Crosby, Tom Kostopoulos, where he started with Diorio and then went with Jurasic. Of course, Kevin Stevens now starting with Diorio. Murray on the bench, and we are getting set here for the 3-on-3 championship again. It's Team Jagr, head coach Brett Larson of St. Cloud State University, the head coach there normally, and Team Lemieux, head coach, former Penguin, Stanley Cup champion, and now Penn scout Kevin Stevens. 3-on-3 championship. Let's do it. It's the Michel Briere Cup on the line.
We're going back to the 90s, like you said to me earlier, Josh. Crosby, Malkin are out. It's Lemieux and Jagr. Let's go.
And here we go. Edwards Tramark's on to take the draw against Sam Poulin, and Poulin will skate away with it. Pushing it deep into the attacking zone. He's leaned on by Santeriarola. Coming up with it is Poulin. A centering pass eludes everyone and drifts all the way through the neutral zone. Putting on the Jets to try to catch the puck into the attacking end is Nathan Laguerre. He's knocked away from the puck by Ronnie Allen. Flipping it up to the far wall and out to center. And a 2-on-0 here. Spooner racing in on goal on the forehand. Shoots and scores! Jared Spooner opens the scoring just 23 seconds in, and Team Jagr in front.
It really felt like the puck was following him around last game. He was getting himself in the right areas, getting the puck up ice, and he finally gets rewarded just seconds into this game. Just flying down the wing.
Another chance there in front for Team Jagr as Lucchini was looking to get in on the act, and a couple quick opportunities to extend their lead, thwarted by Alex Diorio. First shot of the game goes in. Here's Lucchini back at center, pushing it into his own zone. Picked up now by Kim, flipping it back across for Lucchini. Slaps one that goes all the way down, but in on goal. Settled by Diorio and skated out now by Cam Lee. A right wing feed for Brandon Biro. He finds Liam Gorman, back for Briere, sidesteps Krastenbergs, works in, shoots, save made by Larmy, stops the rebound as well and covers up a chance in tight from Gorman, denied by the netminder for Team Jagr.
Brandon Briere is someone who might be familiar to fans in the area, as he is a Penn State hockey player.
He was also very disappointed that he did not win the Top Chef competition yesterday. Made sure I knew about that afterwards.
Were you a tough judge, Josh?
I felt like I was fair, but not in his mind, I guess.
It was incredible watching you, Phil Borg, Selena Pompiani, 41, all 41 prospects
I've never eaten with that many people watching me before. I actually never eat with people watching me.
It was so intense. I actually was thinking that I did not envy you having to eat as they all watched. Nervous. They were very nervous, I will say, but they did a great job. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the food was very good, as we said. Here's Liam Ross in on the attack, knocked off the puck in the near corner, comes behind the net for Team Lemieux. Scooped up there by Josh Williams. He's knocked off the puck by Poulin. The puck trickling out towards center now and knocked back into the Lemieux end. Chased after there by Antti Paaliarvi. Flips it up the near wall. And it's collected there by Spooner. A shot shoulder to side by Diorio. On to the near side and up the near wall, coming to Allen. Sidesteps a man, loses the puck, and Jagr skates the other way on a breakaway. Nathan Jagr in alone ahead of the pack, cuts it on the forehand, shoots and scores. What a shot from Jagr. You talked about it, Michel, and there's the finish. We're tied at 1.
It is just a thing of beauty. Just absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, it's something where, you know, last season, as we talked about, he scored 45 goals. The year before that, he scored 10 goals. And the biggest reason for making that jump is because he had more of a shooting mentality. He said he worked on it a lot after practice, whenever they were done with their team drills, during the summer in his backyard. He said they had a net and also in the garage, or he would put the net in front of the garage door. Sometimes he'd miss, you know, hit the garage door. His dad wasn't too happy, but he said it paid off, so he's happy. And we saw it right there, just the way he was able to release the puck and just, you know, hammer it into the back of the net.
You know, when you get to this point, I think the camp is, for all intents and purposes, pretty much over after this game. Exhaust the tank, and we're seeing that so far from these two teams. 2 breakaway goals to get us started here in the championship. Puck up the near wall in the attacking zone for Team Jagr. Now drifting back out to center for Team Jagr is Jake Lucchini. Being pestered back in his own zone. He loses the puck. Briere cuts in, shoots, and scores. Brandon Briere picks the pocket and scores the goal. And just like that, 2 goals in less than a minute, Team Lemieux goes from trailing to in front.
Brandon Briere is someone who has shown a goal-scoring ability. 16 last year in 37 games for Penn State. That was a career high for him. And, you know, Jake Lucchini was not happy with himself in that play. He told me earlier today that he just tries to do all things right. He said he knows he can't always make that happen, but he always wants to put himself in the best position possible. And unfortunately, he found himself on the wrong end of that play there.
His team looking to get even here as Clayton Phillips is back in his own zone. Passes to the right wing. Played there by Krastenbergs. Up the left wing for Poulin. Back in front for Krastenbergs. Overskated the puck as it rolls in on Diorio, and he'll cover up with 10:46 to play in this first period.
You know, something that I think is a cool story is that Poulin and Jagr have known each other since they were 7 years old, Josh. And now they're playing against each other, both as Pittsburgh Penguins draft picks at development camp.
That is pretty cool. I saw the picture they posted, right? Yeah. Here's Josh Williams back in his own zone. Picked up now by Team Lemieux. Lausanne spinning with it in front of the attacking zone bench. Losing control of the puck to Ross. Outlet pass finds Spooner. A goal already. Jared Spooner in on the attack. Down the left wing. Tries to shoot. Broken up quickly. A nice play there by Lausanne. They come together on the wall. Tangled up. The puck dug for and collected now by Ronnie Allen. The centering pass comes back to Allen into the near corner. As he'll spin away from a man from Team Lemieux. To the far circle, a shot. That was blocked off the stick of Spooner. Trickles back out between the hash marks, and skating away with it is Josh Williams. Tries to get around Michael Kim and cannot. Kim's pass finds Allen, spins it to the left wing for Spooner. He fakes shot, cuts in on the forehand, now behind the net. Spooner flipping it up the far wall, picked up there by Trevino. To the near side for Kim, into the slot. Working towards the net, centering pass in front, picked off there by Williams. And he'll skate back behind his own cage. 2-1 the score, Team Lemieux in front. 2 goals in 29 seconds. the difference right now is Team Lemieux was trailing 1-0, now up 2-1. Here comes Santeri Arola racing in, knocked off the puck, and look out, flying into the wall is Arola, and he looks like he's a bit shaken up there, but back to his feet he goes. Puck comes deep into the Team Lemieux end, dug for by Brandon Hawkins. His pass out to center is intercepted by Phillips as Arola, you hope he's okay, slowly makes his way to the bench.
He went into the board so hard that his helmet actually flew off. Right now he's staying on the bench, but hopefully he's just shaken up.
We got a goal at the other end, a game-tying goal, bringing us back to 2 apiece. As Team Jagr finds the back of the net, Jake Lucchini doing the honors.
You know, as we said, Josh, he wasn't happy with himself for that defensive miscue, but makes up for it there with getting it back on the board.
And here they come again, Team Jagr. It's Krastenberg's back across for Poulin, too far behind him. Now Poulin back to the point. Nobody home as it rolls down towards Emil Larmy, who has not been shy to play the puck here so far tonight. Clayton Phillips on the far side, knocked off the puck. Jagr tries to skate away with it, loses it to Phillips, back out to center in a 2-on-1. It's Poulin down the left wing on the forehand, cuts to the slot, a shot blocked off, rebound, they score! Puck bounced right to the side of the net, and Team Jagr is back on top 3-2, and back and forth we go.
That was incredible work by Poulin to carry that puck just right to the net. Krastensbergs was there to just pick up the rebound and put it home.
Krastenbergs makes it 3-2, Team Jagr. And now the puck in the near corner, it's Ronnie Allen. Spinning at the near circle, dancing towards the net, looking for more as Team Jagr. A shot there from Allen. That had eyes, but just missed the net. Back to the point it comes for Liam Ross. He'll skate out to center with it. Dropping it there for Lucchini. Picking up speed into the attacking zone. Lucchini dances around Lozon. Cuts in on the forehand. Pad save made by the right toe of Alex Diorio. Back the other way on a breakaway comes Team Lemieux. A shot, they score! Liam Gorman, the man who put Team Lemieux in this game in the shootout in the semifinal, has tied it back up here in the championship. 3-3 with 8:02 to play in the first.
Brandon Briere starts that play with some fantastic vision. A really nice feed. Puts his teammate in a perfect position to go in and finish the play.
So back and forth we go. 3-3 the score here. Just under 8 minutes left in this first period. Jared Spooner behind his own net, being pressured by Brandon Hawkins. It's Spooner curling back towards the cage as he now starts to skate out with it. More pressure from Josh Williams. Team Jagr with it. Spooner eludes Williams down the right wing, lowers the shoulder on the backhand, and a save made by Diorio. Puck picked up now by Hawkins. He'll skate over the attacking line as a man with him down the left wing elects to keep it. Hawkins, a shot, score! Nice play there as he cuts to the high slot, does Brandon Hawkins, and picks the corner over Larmy. It's 4-3 Team Lemieux.
We were talking about Jagr's shot, but I mean, that was quite a wicked release there. You know, his bread and butter in the AHL is his shot. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's a wrister, if it's a one-timer, it's definitely his strongest asset, and we saw it there on that play.
We have 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first period. I'm running out of room on my score sheet. 4-3 the score, Lemieux in front, a shot there that sails up and over the net. Here's Poulin behind the net for Krastenbergs. At the near side, Renars Krastenbergs, a goal already. The Latvian-born product. And it's turned over by Team Jagr. Racing the other way is Jagr on a 2-on-1. Looks across the way as a man, and a shot stopped by Larmy in tight, denying the opportunity from Team Lemieux. That was Hawkins again on the chance there. He's been active so far in this game. Liam Ross passing it ahead for Allen. Gets around Gorman. Allen skating into the zone. Nearly knocked off his feet by Allen, or Gorman rather. And Allen stays with it. Now eludes Gorman. Cutting in, Ronnie Allen. Dancing through a sea of players. Tries to get to the net, but couldn't get the shot off.
That was impressive.
He's a smooth skating defenseman. Ronnie Allen, we'll keep an
with
eye on him.
some hands.
Puck up to the far wall in the Team Lemieux end. Scooped out there by Josh Williams. Brandon Briere, I beg your pardon. As he skates back through the neutral zone, now picking up speed over the attacking line. Briere at the near circle. Shot stop made by the shoulder of Lemieux. Briere takes a hit behind the net. Skates right through it from Liam Ross. And out comes Team Jagr as they now cycle back. Some fresh legs stepping onto the ice. Jared Spooner carries it behind his own net.
You know what's impressive about him, Josh? He said his style of play is that he's a 200-foot forward, and we saw that right there on that play. All these last two games, he's really been adept at carrying it the length of the ice and making plays happen that way. So, and he said he chips in with offense when he can, but I think we're seeing it's not just every now and then. It's been pretty constant.
There's a shot from distance that's gobbled up by Lemieux. He'll hang on for a faceoff. 5:24 to play. So that shot came in off the stick of Cam Lee, defenseman here in camp from Western Michigan. Shots 9-8 in favor of Team Lemieux right now. So not as expected in a 3-on-3 situation. The save percentage not great, but you almost feel for the goaltenders because the shots are coming fast and furious.
Absolutely, and they've been doing a tremendous job really this whole time. It's not easy for them.
Krastenberg's with a chance, and that one stopped by Diorio. He looked behind him, but he had it underneath him.
Krastenberg spent all of last season with Wheeling of the ECHL, so he's in the organization on an AHL deal. He was actually the youngest player in the league, so it was a tough adjustment initially for him, but once it clicked, I was told he was one of their best players every game. So he's definitely someone to watch in terms of, hopefully I think the next step for him would be playing some games with Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And like you said, you never know what could happen. You never know when Pittsburgh's going to need someone, so it's always got to be the goal.
It's always good to have depth.
And obviously he would have to get to an NHL deal first,
sure,
but
right.
We've seen that happen before. I think Connor Sherry is the one that comes to mind when it comes to, players that have come to these camps on AHL-only deals, and next thing you know, they're a two-time Stanley Cup champions. So,
oh, what a goal from Nathan Lagarry. All around Sam Poulin as well as he lowers the shoulder and outweights Lemieux going top shelf, and it's 5-3 Team Lemieux. He can play, Michel.
When you score 45 goals, we were talking about a shot. It's not just with that. You have to be able to score different ways, and we saw it. I mean, that was just absolutely beautiful, just a finesse play. To drag the puck and be able to get a shot off like that so in close, it's really impressive.
Well, Penguins fans don't need to be reminded of previous third-round picks that have made well in the NHL, Jake Gensel, Matt Murray. Who knows? We're not putting too much expectations on the kid, obviously, but he certainly looks good this week.
Wow, they really have done well in the third round, Josh. That's really something incredible to think about.
Well, it's true, too, when you don't have those first-round picks. As Patrick Alvin told Sam Kassan and I on that Scoop podcast, you really have to make those those fourth-round picks count. They can't just be filler players. They have to be guys that could potentially come into the Penguins organization and one day play in the NHL and make an impact. And obviously not every third-round pick is going to be a Gensel or Murray, but to have two in the span of, 2 years, right?
Right, yeah.
That they got those two guys. I mean, the results have been pretty self-explanatory.
Exactly. I loved what he also told you guys, too, about how competitive scouts are. We talk all the time about how competitive players are, but they want every single pick in that draft to count. They approach as if it's the only pick they have in the draft, and they know that they have to make it count, and they really do a great job with that. And they did with Jake Gensel, they did with Matt Murray, and hopefully some of these guys here will have that same path.
Chance for Michael Kim as he cuts towards the net on the backhand. Stop made by Diorio. The pass eludes Team Jagr, and they'll retreat out to their own zone. Jared Spooner skating out of his own end. Spooner chips it to himself through the neutral zone, picking up speed, leaned on by Williams, spins at the near circle, centering pass for Lucchini, shoots one, that's blocked off into the netting, and out of play off the stick of Josh Williams.
So Jared Spooner is here as a free agent. I know we've said his name a lot and a few other free agents that are here. A lot of it is them trying to hopefully sign some sort of deal with the organization, and the organization's also trying to sell these free agents on coming here. Jake Lucchini is a guy that signed a deal after coming to camp last year as a free agent. So, guys like Jared Spooner really have a chance to hopefully start their pro careers.
Puck back in on the attack for Team Lemieux as they try to keep it alive, but instead the other way goes Team Jagr. Bobby Trevino knocked off his stick by Gorman. Centering pass for Phillips, back across for Poulin, cuts between the hash marks. His shot blocked away by the stick of Hawkins, who skates away from Poulin and has the puck. 2-on-1 now for Team Lemieux. It's Hawkins down the left wing, has a man, Gorman with him. Hawkins across for Gorman, shoots it just wide of the net. Bounces to the far side for Poulin.
He had a lot of space to shoot that too, just missed.
2:40 to play in this first period. 8 goals so far in the championship. 5-3 Lemieux in front of Jagr. Crazy thing is, in many games when they played together, 5-3 was probably not a ridiculous thing to dream about. And now a shot from Krastenbergs is held on to by Diorio. Of course, it only happened once for Lemieux. Well, 5 goals in 5 ways only happened once, I should say.
What a time that was.
Face off to Diorio's right is won by Team Lemieux as they skate out with it. Now picked up by Jagr. He'll curl into his own zone. Up the left wing, there he finds a teammate, Pagliarvi. Spins on the far wall, eludes a player, finds Jagr at the far circle, tries to dance around Ross, now cuts to the net as he lowers the shoulder, stopped by the paddle of Lemieux, and skating the other way is Ronnie Allen. He's been impressive so far, has Allen, as he comes in on the attack by himself. A shot, score! Ronnie Allen sneaks it through the wickets of Diorio, perhaps going 6-hole, and it's 5-4.
Let us remind you, he is a defenseman. That was just a nice flash of offensive skill there. And he's someone that played last season in Finland's men's league. So someone that's just, comfortable and mature in his game. And we saw it there.
So Ronnie Allen ends his string of 3 straight Team Lemieux goals. And here comes Team Jagr looking for the tying goal. It's Spooner down the right wing, holds it, shoots it, scores! And Jared Spooner has tied this game. Buckle up. It seems like this is the pace we're going to go the rest of the way. 5-5.
What a shot. He lined it up and just beat Diorio cleanly. And that's something, too, you have to tell these guys you can't always be looking to pass. You have to be looking to take the shot first at times. And there was no hesitation there for him to take that option.
Michel Briere Cup is up for grabs as Emil Lemieux comes out of his net. That was an errant pass from Lucchini. Lemieux bails out his teammate, knocks it out to center.
I'm loving the way that he's playing these pucks. He does not hesitate to get out of his net and make a play.
Back in comes Team Lemieux, looking to take the lead back. Cutting in is Cam Lee. Had the puck knocked off his stick, stays with it. Lee skating inside the attacking zone to the far side. Sharp angle shot off the outside of the net off the stick of Hawkins, and it's flipped back out to center. Chased after by Lucchini. He's knocked away from the puck by Lee. As the puck bounces to the far corner with a minute left in this first period. 5-5 the score. Clayton Phillips with it. Curls in the high slot. Side of the net has a man Poulin. Back across the way he goes for Lucchini. And he'll curl into the far corner. 50 seconds to play in the first. Clayton Phillips knocked down as he tried to get through a couple of bodies there for Team Lemieux. And it is Team Lemieux with the puck behind their own net. Fresh legs on the ice for both sides. Pass off the skate of Brandon Byro. Comes to Jagr. Tries to get around a man. Strong on his skates is Nathan Jagr. Picking up the puck. Centering pass to the slot. Scooped up by Lauzon. At the far circle, Zach Lauzon spins in the far corner. Dishing it towards the net. Glove down and covered by Lemieux, with Jagr bearing in on top of him.
He's somebody else that has good size already. 6 foot, 206 pounds. For so many of these guys, these teenagers, these kids, their biggest issue is putting on size and strength. And fortunately for Jagr, he's already got that pretty much covered.
Yeah, you can just see the strength on his skates when he lowers the shoulder. It'll be interesting to see him when he goes up against some of the bigger names, obviously, to see how he does.
Absolutely. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Here he comes again. Jagr tries to dance around Ross on the backhand, just misses on the far side. That would have been a highlight reel goal from Nathan Jagr.
We saw Poulet trying some of those fancy moves earlier. Now we're seeing his buddy do the same.
So time runs out on the first period of play. No shortage of entertainment here in the championship game of this 3-on-3 tournament. 5 goals aside, and that's where we'll start when we begin the second period. And it looks like, as we predicted, there'll be a goaltending change. So Matt Murray coming in for Team Lemieux. No pressure, just a 5-5 game for the Michel Briere Cup.
And hopefully everybody here, which I have to say, Josh, shout out to all the fans that came out on a Friday at the end of June to watch some Penguins hockey. The place is filled with people. The seats are at capacity. It's basically standing room only at this point. So, Pens fans we know are the greatest, and this is just another example of why.
It's probably, 90 degrees in Pittsburgh today, and That's why this is hockey city.
Right.
You know, you get these people coming out here and wanting to see this action live and firsthand. As you take a look at the crowd here, we should mention, I think we forgot to say this off the top, I may have been saying locators when I'm calling these games and this action because we're seeing it from a different angle than you are, so we are sorry if there's any confusion. Our main broadcast position with the cameras is actually on the opposite side of the ice. That's why if you've been looking at that shot from center, you've quite often seen the Penguins logo upside down. That's not an intentional doing. That's just kind of how you have to rig these things in this situation, because obviously this is primarily used as a practice rink for the Penguins, and tonight it's staging this tournament. So just wanted to put that out there in case there was any confusion, and I apologize for making it probably more confusing with what I'm saying. But in any event, we should have a good second period, and again, this is the final period of regulation, a 14-minute frame.
Right, and Josh, I just have to say really quick, it's been so much fun to watch these kids. I mean, we've been here all week watching them, go through their practices, go through their skill sessions, cooking competitions, all of that. But it seems like, they're leaving it all out there. They're having a great time with it. They're playing really impressive, and I think, that's all you can ask for. And they're competing. And I think that's a big thing, too, is that you want to see these guys, playing hard. And that's part of the reason why they play for the Michel Briere Cup. Mm-hmm. There's something to it. And same with the cooking competition. These guys are all competitive, and they want to see that in these guys. So they've been playing really hard so far. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and I can't wait to see what's next in this second 14-minute period here. It's
been really a traditional game day for these guys today. I think the Penguins really wanted to emphasize that to give them the true professional experience. We were here earlier this morning. There was, the camp was split up into 2 teams for all the on-ice sessions, and then obviously 4 for this tournament. But you had the 10:30 a.m. skate for Team A, Team B skated at 11:30. They were able to get their pregame naps, do everything that maybe would be more routine-based for them to get ready for this tournament tonight. I think that's kind of a nice way to end it, to just kind of get back to what you know almost.
Exactly. Just going out there and playing, and playing the right way, hopefully, as we hear Mike Sullivan say time and time again. As we heard our scouts say time and time again, is that they want Penguins players who can play the right way, and so far we're seeing that.
So we're about to get underway here in the second and final period. 14 minutes on the clock. And it's scooped up by Team Lemieux. 5-5 the score. The winner gets the Michel Briere Cup. Coming in is Team Lemieux. It's Jagr at the near circle. A snapshot stopped by Lemieux. Juicy rebound, but it comes all the way out to the neutral zone where it's tracked down by Poulin. In on the attack, Sam Poulin at the right circle. Cross-ice feed, missing just wide of the net was Spooner. He had an open cage as the puck comes back out to center. Brandon Hawkins in on the attack for Team Lemieux. Centering pass in front. Jagr couldn't quite hold that pass. It was a nice setup from Hawkins. Now Jagr to the near side for Puljujärvi. He's leaned on the play. Bumped by Trevino. As they come together, it bounces below the goal line for Ronnie Allen. And a reminder, tonight's 3-on-3 live stream is brought to you by that company you see at the bottom right of your screen, Dick's Sporting Goods. We thank them for lending their name to this fun broadcast.
It's been awesome.
And an opportunity to see the end result of this prospect camp. Puck knocked back out the center. It's Jake Lucchini for Trevino. There he finds Michael Kim. Back for Trevino. Over the line. Dropping it for Kim into the slot. Fink's shot. Now drifts inside the circle. Holding it is Kim. He'll drop it back. Picked up by Lucchini. Some more hesitation as he finds Kim, who rotates back over. Across Lucchini. A drive and scores. Jake Lucchini with a blast up and over the glove of Matt Murray. And that makes it 6-5 in favor of Team Jagr.
That was just some incredible puck movement by those 3. Got the puck right in his wheelhouse and just fired it. He could not have hit it more perfectly. Lined it up more perfectly and found the back of the net. There's not much Matt Murray can do on that.
So here comes Team Lemieux looking to tie this thing up. It's Cam Lee across the way, finds Brandon Hawkins. Skating below the goal line is Hawkins, holding it on the backhand. Now centers on the forehand, nobody home as that goes all the way down.
Josh, I think with this being the second game for both teams, you're starting to see some chemistry emerge between these players. I think we saw that on that last goal with the puck movement there. We've also seen it on the other side too. So I think they're really starting to feed off each other, know where their teammates are going to be, and it's all just starting to come together for them.
Josh Williams has a puck roll off his stick in on goal. Larmy stops it, still loose. It rolled to Cam Lee, and Larmy again makes the save.
A couple of tough saves there for Larmy. And I think what the Penguins staff loves about him is how competitive he is as well. He did not give up on those plays.
No, he did not. He's very agile in the crease, a lot of movement. Puck played back out to center for Cam Lee. In on the attack. Lee ahead for a teammate. Gorman cuts to the net on the forehand, loses the puck. Sitting between the hash marks, it's Team Jagr the other way on a breakaway. Ronnie Allen finding Poulin. Poulin racing it back across for Allen to Poulin on the backhand, finishes and scores. Sam Poulin, a pretty passing play with Ronnie Allen. And now Team Jagr up 2, 7-5.
That was a play where you thought they might be in danger of overpassing and maybe getting past the goal line, but credit to them, they were able to find a way to get it on Poulet's stick, and he's able to backhand it right into the back of the net.
So that's a run now of 4 straight goals for Team Jagr. Here comes Jared Spooner down the left wing, a shot kicked out by the left pad of Matt Murray. Heard that right, Matt Murray in camp for the Penguins. It's a different one, obviously. Plays for UMass Amherst.
Something cool, though, is that, you know, Matt Murray, I guess we'll say the older Matt Murray was drafted in 2012. This Matt Murray's draft year was 2016, so right after the other Matt Murray led the Penguins to the Stanley Cup as a rookie. But he took the time to send this Matt Murray a text message saying good luck in the draft. Knew who he was because they had the same name and reached out to him. And this Matt Murray said it was just really cool for him to hear from, you know, a Stanley Cup winning rookie goaltender, you know, giving him that message. So I thought it was really cool to hear because I think we've heard a lot of Matt Murray getting messages from, you know, Marc-Andre Fleury, other goaltenders, and it's cool to hear him kind of paying it forward and passing that along as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you start to realize if you're him, you know, you've had a lot of success. There are a lot of guys coming up that say they want to be like you now, even though you are only 24, 25.
It's crazy.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
I remember that at last year's draft, the Philadelphia Flyers, their 2 first-round draft picks, both said Jake Gensel was a player they looked up to.
There's a chance for Hawkins, sidesteps Larmy, who's spun out of his net, and Hawkins puts it off the outside of the net. Little defensive help there from Bobby Trevino as he was holding the post. Soccer style.
We need an ISO cam on Larmy.
There's a shot off the bar from Gorman as Larmy doesn't have his stick. The puck to the near side. Chased after by Michael Kim. Holding it on the forehand, passing ahead, and ahead of the pack is Trevino. Racing in. Trevino, a shot stopped by Murray. The rebound. It was covered up. There was a whistle as the puck came loose, and we'll have a face-off in the Team Lemieux end.
Just so much aggression from Larmy. And there's times where it has to be reined in, and maybe that wasn't quite the result you're looking for in that play, but I will say that kid competes. He's confident, he's aggressive. It's good to see from a goaltender because you have to have that confidence in yourself if you want to make it at the highest level. And
he's smiling as we just caught on our cameras there. I like to see that.
Yes. He seems to have a great personality from the conversations we've had with him. You know, he's cracking jokes and just seems to be having a great time, and that's really what it comes down to when it comes with hockey. We hear our guys say it all the time in Pittsburgh that, you know, when they go through a losing streak or a slump, that if they get back to just having fun, things usually start to fall into place.
Got a whistle-stopping play here. Back to Larmy for a second. I was talking to him. He said, I asked him, you know, growing up in Finland, who are your guys you looked up to and everything? And he mentioned, not surprisingly, a couple of Finnish goaltenders in Pekka Rinne and Jussi Saros. But the interesting thing that he said was that he actually grew up as a Penguins fan.
Really?
Because of the colors. For some reason, black and gold kind of spoke to him. He liked the logo. And when the Penguins recruited him, and Andy Chiodo obviously did a large part in that recruitment of getting him to sign as a free agent, he was kind of interested to begin with just because they were his team growing up, which is kind of interesting.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I would never have guessed that. I mean, he is wearing the all-black pads, which look awesome.
They do look great, yeah.
So, yeah, he must have thought when he was younger that if I played for a team like the Penguins, I could wear black pads like this.
His team in front right now, 7-5, 8.5 minutes away from a championship here in the 3-on-3 tournament. A shot there sails over Larmy's head off the stick of Brandon Hawkins.
Someone actually asked him why he wears the black pads, and he just said, they look good, and laughed. We can't disagree.
Goalies are honest, sometimes to a fault.
They're a different breed.
Here comes Liam Gorman, a pass there, intercepted by Ronnie Allen. Skating back with it is Allen, back into his own zone. Allen with a goal already. He has been impressive so far. Passing it off the net, tries to elude Legary. It comes up the far wall for Allen, spins it to the near side. Picked up by Krastenbergs. Down the left wing, leaned on by Polyarvi. Krastenbergs cuts to the net and a save made by Murray. The puck jumps up into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, both Larmy and Alex Diorio, I mean, these are guys Penguins fans are going to be seeing at training camp. They're making that jump to the pro level. Larmy is already playing pro in the Finnish Liga. Diorio played one game with Wilkes-Barre Scranton last year and is about to make that transition.
Shots are 22-20 in favor of Team Lemieux, but they trail 7-5. Team Jagr in front, 7.5 minutes to play. There's a shot from Jagr off the stick of Ronnie Allen up into the netting and out of play. And so we'll do a face-off in the Team Jagr end.
Jagr and Poulet were both scouted by the Penguins QM JHL scout Luc Gauthier. You know, we're talking about players having compete level, and he said the main quality of both those guys is that they have character and compete every single night. They battle. They leave it all out there. And they also have skill and speed, and both have size. So it's really the total package when it comes to both of these players.
It's obvious to see that both on display. Everything you just mentioned right there so far tonight.
Right.
Here's Josh Williams. Sidesteps a man. Down the right wing. Centering pass in front. Deflected in on goal. And Larmy makes the save with the right pad. Keeping this a 2-goal game with 7 minutes to play. Cam Lee back in his own end. Skating with the puck. A right wing feed for Williams. Nice pass sends Williams in. A shot sails wide of the net. Up the far wall. It's kept in by Hawkins. But he loses the puck to Clayton Phillips. 3-on-1. Phillips down the right wing, shoots it himself. Over the net it goes, and look out here. That 3-on-1 yields a 2-on-0 breakaway the other way. Hawkins in on goal, shoots, save made by the shoulder of Larmy. And back out to center it goes.
Jagr was there, but you could hear from the bench, shoot it! And he did. Fortunately, he couldn't get it to fall.
Here comes Jagr near circle, curling and shooting one that just missed the net on the far side. Little across the grain action there from Nathan Jagr, as he'll now pick up the puck in the neutral zone. Passing ahead as a man cutting in. It's Gorman on the backhand shot. Stop made by Larmy.
Gorman is someone we mentioned off the top, but he's, just to remind fans, he's a Penguins draft pick, 6th round, 2018. More of a long-term project, but you see that with a lot of these guys is it takes them a while. I mean, someone that comes to mind that took that path is Brian Dumoulin. Went to a bunch of development camps, spent a lot of years in Wilkes-Barre, and then eventually became a key contributor to 2 Stanley Cups.
And now is one of the guys you can least afford to lose on that blue line. Shot there snatched up by Matt Murray.
Yeah, it's just amazing, Josh, the development process. And you have to give so much credit to the staff here. As Patrick Alvin told you and Sam Kassan that, once the draft is over and the picks are made, they hand these kids off to the development staff. And from there, it's on them to monitor them. And, for a lot of them, it takes a long time. It can take years. And it's a process. But, it all pays off in the end for some of these guys. And it's definitely fun, I think, for us, Josh, to kind of be on that path and watch them as they go along. And I know that everybody in the organization feels the same way.
Comes back out to the high slot as Team Lemieux in on the attack. They need 2 here with 5:20 to play. Jagr across the way for Lee, intercepted a man ahead of the pack. Sending on a breakaway is Bobby Trevino. 1 already. Trevino cuts in on the backhand to the forehand, stopped by the right pad of Matt Murray. Murray pokes it behind the net for Krastenbergs, where he intercepts for Team Jagr. Up the near wall and into the near corner, and finally trickling to the far side where it's scooped up by Brandon Byro. He'll skate out with it. Open ice in front of Byro. Over center red, now the attacking line, cutting in, knocked away from the puck as it's scooped up by Allen. Spins out of his own zone, a backhand pass through center, finds Krastenbergs. His wrist shot off the glove of Murray off the top of the net and stays out. And you never know with how this game is going, that could have been the dagger for Team Jagr.
There's some oohs and ahs in the crowd for that one.
Brandon Hawkins, a nice little move as he cuts in on the backhand, stopped by Larmy, he'll play it. Why not? You're up 2, 4.5 minutes to go.
I love it. Keep moving, see what happens. Plenty of time and space.
Clayton Phillips passing back for Jake Lucchini over the line. Lucchini to the near circle. A shot sails up over the net. Bouncing back to the wall for Phillips. Feeds Poulin. Losing it at the near circle. Curls back with it. Does Poulin into the high slot. Tries to get around a man. Runs right into Brandon Hawkins but continues to protect the puck. Sam Poulin just waiting for something to develop here, and he nearly had a man cutting. Instead, knocked away from the disc is Jake Lucchini. Back the other way comes Hawkins. Centers across for Gorman. Back across he went on the backhand. That was one too many passes, intercepted by Lucchini.
Poulet almost got caught, too. That was the end of a long shift for him. He got a lucky break there.
And now coming out of his own zone is Michael Kim for Team Jagr. 3.5 minutes to go. Kim down the left wing, a shot kicked out by the right pad. The rebound gobbled up as well by Matt Murray.
Michael Kim is someone that's here on an AHL deal. Really hard worker. Apparently he's always one of the last ones off the ice. And there was a time where they were giving interviews, exit interviews, to all the players on ATOs, and he wouldn't leave the ice. They had to take the nets off so that he would come off and do his interviews. So definitely like to see that kind of work ethic, and he's also a good puck mover and someone who's got a ways to go, but has done some good things here today.
Here comes Spooner the other way for Team Jagr, already up 2. Spooner in front, a chance there on the backhand, and would not go for Kim. Now Spooner to the near side for Trevino. He'll pick up the puck and rotate back out to center. Fresh legs joining him on the ice. As Trevino will now pick up speed himself and enter the attacking zone. Tries to dance around a man, could not. The puck dug out in the skates of Cam Lee. And a right wing feed for Briere. His shot stopped. Brandon Briere below the goal line. Now cuts out on the backhand. Tries to tuck it home and lost control of the puck in the blue paint. Ronnie Allen spinning back in his own end as we tick down to 2.5 minutes to play. Again, just 2 periods here in this 3-on-3 tournament, so this is it as far as a comeback attempt for Team Lemieux. They're down 2. Krastenbergs tries to put him down 3. His shot stopped by Matt Murray. He'll hang on.
Larmy is not giving them an opportunity to pull any closer. Really like what I've seen from him so far.
He has been good. It's kind of been based on what we've seen the last few days. The players that have jumped out in those drills have really jumped out in these games, which I don't think is always the case in these situations.
A lot of times it, could be completely random, but it has translated, you're right, really well.
In comes Poulin, a centering pass. That was blocked off by Hawkins, and he'll skate out with it. Right wing feed for Gorman. Over the line, Gorman in the near circle shot. That sails up over the head and wide of Emil Larmy. Under 2 to play. Puck to the near side. Hawkins picking it up, losing control. Phillips down low, a pass there for Boulet. Curls, drags, shoots, and is stopped in tight by Murray. Now the puck picked up by Zach Lauzon. Trying to get his team back into this game. 1:30 to play. It's 7-5 Team Jagr.
Murray's looking to the bench. Great save by him just now also. Had to do the splits, but was able to keep it out.
Murray is looking for the wave from Kevin Stevens. He's got it. Extra attacker on the ice with 1:15 to play. And a shot there from Lagari. Snatched up by Larmy. He'll play it. He's looking for the empty net.
He was going for it.
Why not? That would be the icing on the cake.
I would love to hear you call a goalie goal.
Me too. Here comes Brandon Briere. Loses it to Lagari. Back for Briere to the point. It's a chance there, and Polyarvi's shot blocked off. The rebound comes right to Williams, and now diving on top of it, not playing it, but covering it, is Emil Larmy with 55 seconds to play.
He's awesome. I'm getting he's been very entertaining so far tonight, but playing really well as well. And I think that's important. That he's showing flashes of, that confidence and aggression, but not to the point where he's getting off his game too much.
Polyarvi, a cross-ice feed. That's driven wide. And now it comes back to Polyarvi. Rotates to the high slot. Now the far circle. Back into the slot is Polyarvi. Finding Legari. Down low for Williams. Poke to the near side for Briere. 33 seconds left. They need 2 quick ones, this Team Lemieux. Briere looking to get one. Back for Polyarvi, far side Lagari. That shot blocked. Teammates love it. And out comes Ronnie Allen. He has an open net in front of him. Throws it towards the net. It's blocked off by the stick of Polyarvi, but it stays in play. Lagari scoops it up in the far corner. 15 seconds left. Ahead to Josh Williams. A step ahead of the defense. In on the backhand. Shot stopped by Larmy. He tries to play it, but it's covered. Quick whistle. 7 seconds to play.
I think he was going to try to go for it again.
He wants it.
He wants it so bad. We want it. Everyone wants it.
The crowd, you almost heard the sigh of disappointment there on the quick whistle because everyone saw what he was trying to do.
Exactly. I will say, Josh, I like Legari. You could see him stick up. He wanted that puck.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you love to see that. You love to see players that want the puck on their stick and they want to make plays and they want to be the guy. And we saw that right then and there.
Down low, it's played to Lucchini. He'll hold the puck on his stick, finds Larby, shoots for the empty net. It's not going to matter. The 2019 Michel Briere Cup is going to Team Jagr. They win it 7-5 over Team Lemieux. Congratulations to them, and the celebration is on here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex.
That was a lot of fun.
Great end-to-end action, and this game was what you would expect in the championship game. It was best on best and fun to watch.
And it all started with Emil Larmy, the goaltender. You know, and in all seriousness, he is quite a player. He's somebody that, you know, led, I almost said HBK, HPK to the championship last year. Phenomenal goaltender, great to have him in the organization. And from there on out, I mean, we saw a lot of good stuff from Team Jagr, Josh. You know, headlined by first-round pick Samuel Poulet. Power forward with skills, and it was exciting for us to get a chance to see him up close for the first time after being drafted last week. It's been a whirlwind for him and for his family, his parents here watching him play, watching him win the Michel Briere Cup.
So the Michel Briere Cup has kind of taken on its own persona now because it's an interesting wrinkle the Penguins have done. The whole winning team gets inscribed into the cup. So it's kind of cool. I mean, you can remember the guys you were on this team with that you had a chance to have some success with in front of the Penguins fans for the first time as a Penguins prospect. For some, for others, multiple times. But we now have Scott Young out to present the Michel Briere Cup to Team Jagr. And these guys have been there before. The celebration is tempered. Remember, Emil Larmy, he won his championship in Finland. This guy's all he's doing is winning right now. But there it is. There's a look at that Michel Briere Cup. Nice piece of hardware. Got some late arrivals for the end of camp team photo out there.
Yeah, it's the perfect end to a phenomenal week here at development camp. It's a lively group of guys, which,
it really is.
Josh, I think we got to look at during the Penn Chef cooking competition. Could see it off the ice, could see it on the ice.
They bonded quickly. I think there's something to be said for that. Because the Penguins talk about trying to draft a particular type of player, a particular type of person, and you can see that come to the forefront in a situation like this, really, when you have these guys together, and a lot of them just don't know each other from anything until they're with each other for, 19 hours a day for these next 3-day stretches. And I think it's impressive to see how close these guys become so quickly. And then you see those bonds form as they go up through the ranks, too.
Absolutely. And I think it's cool because a lot of them are here with, as we mentioned, that a few of the players from HBK, Larmy, Almari, Puustinen, you have, some French guys. So they know each other, so that helps them feel less intimidated and overwhelmed. But then they quickly, like you said, become friends with the other guys through a lot of team bonding. They went to Top Golf one night,
right.
Did a competition there. They did the cooking competition where they were split up, in random groups where they had to maybe talk to other people that they maybe hadn't gotten a chance to get to know very well. They obviously room with different people. So,
right.
Yeah, they do a great job of just not only having them get to know what it's like to be a Pittsburgh Penguin, but also to get to know, hopefully, their fellow Pittsburgh Penguin teammates one day.
Just saluted the crowd, and as they exit the ice and the fans start to exit the stands, I think that's probably going to do it for us, but we definitely have some people to thank. First and foremost, Dick's Sporting Goods. We want to thank them for sponsoring our live streaming. Really appreciate that. And everyone who tuned in tonight, of course, on our live stream on PittsburghPenguins.com and the Penguins app. We're very technologically savvy here at the Penguins. That you had an opportunity to listen to us. But we also have some individuals to thank. We have Drew Warren, Justin Meller, Tyler Bennington, Ryan Jorgen, Mike Davenport, Liam Barrett, Hannah Mears, Cortland Altimus, Sydney Bauer, Kaylee Coyle, and, of course, the conquistador of Cranberry himself, Marcus Aurelius Coddington, who we know put in a lot of hours to make this happen. His work does not go unnoticed, even though we like to give him a hard time. But we thank him as well.
Yeah, he does an absolutely amazing job with this, and every prospects game action that we've streamed. We've done this before in Buffalo, doing it here now, and it's all thanks to Marcus Aurelius Coddington. So we have to say a huge thank you to him.
We do appreciate his assistance throughout this process, and we really appreciate everyone out there tuning in. As you mentioned, Michelle, it's a packed house in here, but for everyone that watched, seriously, we appreciate that because it is a Friday night. It is summer. We know you're jonesing for hockey, so are we. But
right.
It's also a Friday night in the summertime, and it means a lot that all these Penguins fans would tune in and want to see what's going on with the prospects.
Yeah, and that's just why you guys are the best fans in hockey, and we really appreciate you, and we appreciate you guys, following our coverage here and everywhere else. And it really means a lot to us, and we couldn't be more grateful.
Hey, quickly before we go, quick congratulations to Jim Rutherford, 2019 Hockey Hall of Fame inductee. Everyone knows that by now. We were going to mention off the top, had some issues as far as getting on when we thought we would get on, but don't want to miss the opportunity to congratulate him on our air here, and man, well deserved.
So well deserved. I mean, he's just an incredible human, incredible manager, and he couldn't be more deserving, so we're really happy for him.
All right, well, this train has officially reached the station. Team Jagr, your Michel Briere Cup champions. They win it 7-5 over Team Lemieux here in the 3-on-3 championship game. Thanks to everyone out there again for tuning in, and for all of our crew here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex and Michelle Crecchiolo of Penn's Inside Scoop. I'm Josh Getzoff. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a month and a half for training camp.